Hi, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Hi, hello, if you're new here. My name is Ash, and I'm just your basic random stranger on the internet who happens to love shopping, anime, manga, music, video games, and did I mention shopping to an unhealthy extent? Which is why we're back today doing my declutter slash unhaul series. Ooh, it's toasty in here. In this series, I am trying to whittle down my anime and manga collection, my merch collection. And because I've been a collector since 2019, that's the first year that I really got into it. And over like the past 6 years, I've accumulated a decent amount. And I've realized you just run out of space. So I've come to this realization that I do need to filter some things out if I want to keep filtering new things in. And it's sad, but that's why we record these videos, so I can look back on all the things I used to love and just have the fond memories of them. Also, in the country that is the United States of America, shit has hit the fan. Shit has gone batshit crazy. And I just don't know how anything's going to work out day to day. So I am hoping for the best, but kind of prepping in case I have to move back in with my family. Just, in case things just go, woo, they go boom, and everything just doesn't go well. And if I do have to move back in with my family, I go from having a wonderful apartment worth of space to having a bedroom and a bookshelf in the living room for manga. So I really need to be kind of brutal so I can start paring this down, because I don't know if my family would be willing to give me the spare room, which I'm going to have to beg them on my knees, because I will also need a space for my clothes. Because the rinky-dinky closets, they won't do. I have a lot of clothes too, unfortunately. So yeah, we are back in a different filming space. We're in the same location as my previous video, because spoiler alert, I do film these on the same day. I do 2 filmings back to back because I go to my papa's house every other weekend. So I film at home when I'm not at his house. And today we are doing another bookshelf in my living room. We are actually going through these very quickly, and I'm hoping we will get through the figure portion of this fairly quickly so I can do 2 unboxings, because we didn't do an unboxing in my last video because I talked too much. So let's just go ahead, get up. I hope I don't dox myself, because I really didn't look at what's in the floor in front of the shelf. And I'll be carrying the anime figures back over here because I did not clean off in front of that area at all. And that is another reason why we are doing this series before I get up. We are partially doing this series because A, I'm hoping for the best, prepping for in case I have to move, and B, I have not done a deep clean of my apartment, I'm not gonna lie, in probably 2 years. Why? Well, sometimes a bitch just struggles. That's all I'm going to say. So in doing this series, I have hoping it will give me the motivation to do a deep clean, which it kind of has. I have deep cleaned a little bit, but not really. So let me not spill my coffee. I'm going to go ahead and show you the bookshelf we're going to be looking at today. And I really hope to be able to clean some of this bookshelf off, because I would love to dedicate one of these shelves to another anime. So let's just go ahead and do that. Okay, and here we are. This is the big bookshelf in my living room right beside my TV, so it's something I stare at daily. We have the Rohan, Thus Spoke Rohan Kishibe Run figure. That's not going anywhere. I love that figure. We have the Ribbon Girl Miku. I don't think she's going anywhere. She's beautiful. Love her. And then we have Merlin from Fate Go. I will probably put him up. While I love this prize figure, I don't play Fate Go. I have no emotional attachment to Merlin. And then we have a Birth by Sleep from Kingdom Hearts acrylic stand. Love it. Not going anywhere. We have these 10th anniversary Mappa acrylic blocks of Kento and Satoru Gojo. Love them. They're beautiful. Those acrylic blocks aren't going anywhere. And then we have a Renata Glass from League of Legends acrylic block. I got that made on Redbubble. I love Renata Glass. She could step on me. so hot. So hot. I fucking love Renata. Anyways, that's not going anywhere because I fucking love Renata. She's so hot. And I like to look at hot people, specifically hot anime characters. And then we have 2 small acrylic stands of Mammon from Obey Me. They're not going anywhere. I do love those. And then we have this top shelf, which I'm really proud of, and I'm not getting rid of I will be moving that noodle stopper of Kinto, but we have a prize figure of Sora from Kingdom Hearts and a Malleus Draconia figure from Twisted Wonderland. Not going anywhere. I love that figure. And then I'm really happy with this top shelf. I call it my Disney shelf. I have a lot of Sora acrylic arts. Those are from the first 3 games. We have some Riku's down here. And then we have the Twisted Wonderland. We have Lilia and Malleus. They're my 2 favorite characters. Then we have some Diasimonia, all of them as one because they're my favorite dorm. And then this is the 100th year platinum art because I like it. And it's like in traditional Disney style, which I know isn't everyone's forte, but I low-key kind of love it. So yeah, that's my Disney shelf. And barring the Kinto Nanamine, I'm so happy with this shelf and I'm not dismantling it. I love the way it looks. Kingdom Hearts is my favorite video game. It is one that's been in my life for 20 years and it ain't going nowhere. I've had the longest relationship with Kingdom Hearts out of anything in my life. And I have 3 tattoos dedicated to it. Anyways, next shelf down, we have Satoru Gojo and some Alistair from Hasman Hotel and a random Tomura Shigaraki. Then we have Tomura Shigaraki, Nanamin Kinto, and a random Baldur's Gate acrylic stand. And down here we have Tomura Shigaraki. And then it's a fucking mess down there. We have some Asano and Neo manga. Mainly, we have the Goodnight Punpun or Oyasumi Punpun manga. Alrighty. Alright, to be completely transparent with you guys, this video terrifies me. That bookshelf that I just showed you, that is reserved for my top tier loves. They were my favorite characters whenever I first moved into this apartment. That shelf hasn't changed in 2 years. I've added some random things, like that top shelf has changed. That's become my Kingdom Hearts Disney shelf. But when I first moved into this apartment back to Georgia, damn, I feel like I'm... Hold on. Is that better? I don't know if that's better. Maybe that's better. I don't fucking know. I don't even know what this angle is. It's so hot in here. I should not be wearing this cardigan. But yeah, when I first moved into this apartment, my favorite characters were Kinto, Satoru, and Shigaraki Tomura. What I have merch-wise. And while that really hasn't changed, there's still some of my top tiers. I want to dedicate one of those shelves in my living room to Rohan Kishibe. Because I love Rohan Kishibe. And I think he deserves his own shelf for merch. Especially one that I like dead ass look at every day. Because let's face it, I sit on that couch way too much. Anyways, this terrifies me because I don't know how I'm going to call this and pare this down in a way that isn't going to make me feel bad and will still make me happy. So, here goes nothing. Okay. First off, we have this noodle stopper of Satoru Gojo. This is his Lost in Paradise, the first anime ending song. This is the outfit from that. I love this noodle stopper. It ain't going nowhere. He will happily be on display. And my goal with Satoru is only to have a figure per outfit, prize figure wise. And this is where I'm going to struggle. Because I have this noodle stopper of Satoru on his cell phone. And it's a well done price fig, like noodle supper. Like this thing is weighty. But I don't even know where this pose is from, to be honest. I can't recall it in anime or manga. And I have so many figures of Satoru. I have even like scale figures of Satoru. And his outfits are kind of basic, so I think I'm going to move him out of the prized favorite character shelf and find it somewhere else that I can put him, because I do like it, and I do like noodle stoppers. Are easy to display, in my opinion. They don't take up that much space. And then I have this like cute little chibi of, it's a capsule figure of Satoru sleeping. It's so cute. I don't need it. I know it doesn't take up that much space. I might take this to my office at work and just have him there until, if anything happens, I'll figure it out from there. Oh, and then I have this cute little like chibi Satoru. This is another capsule prize figure. I do really like it. It's so stupid looking, but I don't need it. I don't need it out. I know it doesn't take up that much space, but I would love to have Satoru and Tomura Shigaraki fit on one shelf, realistically, if I can. Because, yeah, they look the same. Like, they're both gray haired anime characters. They're both loves. So, I would realistically like them to share the same shelf. So, that's why I need to be kind of brutal with them. We have this prize figure of Satoru not wearing his blindfold. I think this is Murasaki, hollow purple. I will be keeping. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep this one out because I like it that he's not wearing his blindfold and he's doing the hollow purple pose. And then we have this prize figure from the Jujutsu Kaisen Zero movie. That's quite rude of his arm to just fall off like that. I do think I'm going to keep this one out just because I don't have many of the Jujutsu Kaisen bandages head wrap. And I am quite a sucker for anything that has Satoru's eyes showing. So I'm going to keep these two. Which leaves us with these. This actually has some good weight to it. I don't know which company this is from, but I do think I'm going to put this one away just because we already have him doing this pose. And also with Satoru, let's be honest, I have a lot of figures. I have a lot of acrylic stands of Satoru. I have a lot of merch of Satoru, just in general. But I also have a Fig Arts Zero figure of him, which is like the in-between of a prize on a scale. So that's why I can be a little bit more brutal. So I do think I want to put this one up. It's nice. It has some weight to it. It doesn't feel cheaply made, but he's wearing his blindfold. I already have him doing that pose. Then we have this one, which I know I don't have a Satoru wearing his blindfold out. But to be completely honest, I'm going to put this one away too, just because I don't like his smile. Like, the smile is kind of freaking me the fuck out, to be honest. So, that one's going to go away too. So, I think we did pretty good with the Satoru shell. Oh, no. Let me not lie to y'all. I have these cute little, like, chibis where he's waving at us. They're so cute. But I do think I'm going to put them away. AKA, this one's going to my office because I already have this one at my office at work. And I'll leave him in my office until shit hits the fan. And I am allowed to decorate my office with anime merch. And this one I'm just going to put away because he's chibi and I don't care about it. Okay, so realistically speaking, I think I can fit 5 price figures on a big bookshelf. On that bookshelf I was showing you earlier. So I'm keeping 2 Twitters, which means I can keep 3 Tomuras. And this is going to be really hard because Tomura is the one character I have a lot of price figures of. So I'm gonna have to be brutal because I can only keep 3 out. And I do have a in between a scale and a price figure of Tomura in his red outfit, so I need to be mindful of that. Okay. I don't even know where to begin. I am feeling quite overwhelmed when it comes to all of my Tomuras, which isn't good. This Tomura, I do want to say out, he's one of my more unique Tomuras in my collection, and he doesn't take that much room. Yeah, his face is a little wonky, but it's okay. We're kind of into that. So, okay. Only 2 more can stay out, and they have to be goated. Well, this one just fell apart, so I do think I'm going to put this one away as a grayscale. This was the second Tomura figure I ever got. I was so excited to get him. And I love Tomura. Like, don't get me wrong, I love these figures, and if I had the space for them, I would keep them out. But it's really nicely sculpted, too. Like, for a price figure, it's really nice. I just can't. Unfortunately, space is limited, and my love for My Hero Academia has not grown, it's just dwindled over the years. Okay. So, here's the full color of that Tomura I just showed you. I'm going to be getting rid of putting him away. Yeah. Sorry, I'm like trying to think because like his hair is like the bluish color, which is like the bluish color in the manga here, which I think is really unique. Let's go. And you can kind of see his face underneath the hand. But I have a scale figure of Tomura, which I'll show y'all later in a later video, and it's of this outfit. Which Tomura doesn't get much variation of outfits. So, okay, let me just put that one over there because I'm like really struggling. And if I can fit 6 on the shelf, I might try to fix 6. We'll see. I want you, I need you. He just fell apart. This is Tomura from the later seasons. I want to say this is after. God bless it. Maybe this one's going up because it's pissing me off. But this is after All for One infects him. I think takes over him. I know I have this outfit in the in between of a price figure and a scale figure, but I'm kind of tempted to keep this one out just because his base is so small. So we have 2 Tomuras we're keeping. And now it's time for the hard part. Who's going to be our 3rd Tomura? Okay. I will put this one away. Just because I do not like this Tomura's face. So, he does take up a lot of room because he's in an action pose. So, I feel pretty good about putting this one away. To the Father and the Son, King the Peace, God the Dawn. So we are down these two. Oh, I guess technically these three. I'm like hardcore like debating faces here. Because I do have a figure of this outfit out. And because of that, I do think I'm going to put this one away. Because I don't like repeating outfits, and this one's pretty big. It's a great action pose. I love the action poses. Like, he looks like he's going to grab someone and disintegrate them. Which is cool. Really cool. But it would probably take a lot of space. Which leaves us with these two. This is really hard. Because, like, with this one, I have his outfits. Like, I think I'm going to leave this one out. And it's only because I have all of his hands on a previous outfit. His scale figure in my, which I'll show y'all later, does have the hand on his face. So I think by keeping these three out, we have a good variation of his outfits, which makes me happy. And they don't take up that much room. So I will preface this by saying, if I can fit a 6th Shigaraki on the shelf, I will put this one up. If I cannot, I will put that one away. But okay, I'm happy-ish. Oh, god damn it. Gojo, let me go! So y'all want to know something kind of embarrassing? I have another Tomura price figure that I didn't even realize I had. And it's this action figure. Sorry, y'all. So this one's going away. Just because I'm keeping one of his red cape already. And this one takes up a lot of room. So, now we're going to get into the embarrassing bit. Sorry, I'm like choking here. I'll go ahead and show these. I'm going to keep these out. I love Alistair from Hazbin Hotel. It's really, really kind of embarrassing to say I love Hazbin Hotel. It is so dumb but so great at the same time. And I have these like Q2's figures of Alistair. I'm going to keep these out. Alistair is my favorite character from that show, so. And I was really big into it last year. Like, embarrassing enough, on my birthday, I chose to spend my entire birthday just binge watching. It's only 8 episodes, so it wasn't really that hard. I chose to binge watch all of Hazbin Hotel on my birthday last year. That's super embarrassing. But we like to keep things honest here. And finally, for my last shelf, didn't grab it, but I showed it earlier, which was the prize figure of Nanamin, or the noodle stopper, Nanamin drinking coffee. That one's not going anywhere. I love that noodle stopper. And we have this like really cute Nanamin figure. I'm going to take him to work and keep him there until shit hits the fan. But I've always preached that I don't like to keep the same outfits just because I want some variation in my collection. Kento doesn't have that much variation. And honestly, I don't think I'm going to get rid of any of my Kento prize figures. They're decent. So I only have 2 prize figures of Nanami Kento if we don't count the noodle stopper. And then I have my pop-up parade of him. So I don't really have that many to worry about when it comes to Kento, so I don't really feel the need to put any of his away. Just because all 3 of his poses are very dynamic and different. So that was easy. Alright, and that's it for the declutter part of this video. I feel like I did decent. Did I really get rid of a lot? No. Honestly, I'm just relocating some things because I don't know how to put them away. But I really did whittle down my Shigaraki collection, which does kind of make me feel better because while I love Tomura, he will always have a special place in my heart because he is the character that jump-started my entire merch collection. I don't love him as much as I once loved him. So, anyways, now we are into my, unfortunately, favorite part of these videos, unboxing. So, yeah, I'll be right back with those. So, unfortunately, while I've been doing this declutter, I've been hitting everything on the floor and boxing myself in. That's not good. Anyways, this is my favorite part of these hauls. I am putting things out of my collection, I am also bringing things in, and these boxes, I don't really have to worry about, am I going to put these away straight off the bat, because no, I brought these recently. I've mentioned in previous videos, I'm doing a final, like, last hurrah to major spending until I figure out how tariffs are going to truly work. So that's what these are, and I will still have one more order from a proxy site coming, but yeah, I'm super excited for this one because this is going to kickstart my Rohan Kishibe figure collection, which I've showed these in previous videos, but I do have his super action statues. So I never really wanted to pick this up because I really wasn't sure how I felt about these. But if shit's hitting the fan, I want to be surrounded by my top tier favorite characters, and Rohan is one of my top tier favorite characters. So this is the figure pin in the black version. This is so cool. You can't really see it, and maybe I'll do like shorts of these eventually, but I don't even know if y'all have been able to hear me this entire time. So with Jujutsu Kaisen, with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, they do these figure pins, and they're kind of cool, but because they're practical, I'm not going to use them as pins. They are just going to be figures, but Rohan Kishibe had some, and they aren't terrible looking. Like, I was kind of afraid to get them because I thought they were going to honestly fuck up the face on these. But these look like the Musukabe Hill ones, which is a bespoke Rohan Kishibe episode. Shit's just falling all behind me. But I'm really excited to get these. And a lot of this stuff is just kickstarting my Rohan Kishibe collection. And then we have this memo holder, which I wish I got these whenever this came out, because this came out in 2019 and I was a big JoJo's Bizarre Adventure fan in 2019. Honestly, that's when I was hardcore into JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, was in 2019, and these memo holders came out then. So if I was smart and I knew how to use Ami Ami, if I even knew Ami Ami was a thing, which I discovered in 2019, but I think these had already come out, I could have got these this for 8,800 yen instead of the 180,000 yen that I spent to pick this up. But this is the alternate colorway. I'm really excited to have that because these are kind of rare. They're kind of hard to find now. But I'm not complaining. I'm glad I got them. I'm going to have such a beautiful Rohan Kishibe shelf, and I'm so excited. And maybe I'll show you that figure in a short too. I need to show you the other figures in a short probably. And then here we have the first 5 volumes of the JoJo Lands in Japanese. I'm eagerly awaiting volume 6 to come out, and I will be collecting these and just dealing with the tariff charge as these come out, because the JoJo Lands has probably been my favorite start to any JoJo's part yet. Yes, I am a little biased because, spoiler alert, Rohan Kishibe makes an appearance, and that's really what got me to want to read part 9. Oh, That's a postcard. But I'm enjoying part 9 because it is almost a retelling of part 5. It's just darker characters. I like Jodio Joestar. He is a little shit, and I enjoy that. So it's a great start, and if you can find that manga online to read, I do suggest reading it. It's been fantastic. And then I think these are Rohan Kishibe wa Ugakanai, which is Rohan Kishibe Does Not Move. These are volumes 3 and 4. I don't know which one's 3 and I don't know which one's 4, but I have 1 and 2 already in my collection. These are Japanese, or these are short stories in Japanese centered around Rohan Kishibe. I don't think I've read a single one of these. I know Kushigara is one, and that is an episode of the live action Rohan show. But yeah, I have not read these. I don't know really what these are about. I just picked them up because I love Rohan Kishibe. He's my favorite character in all of JoJo's. And I keep saying one day I will be able to at least read Japanese enough to where I can read these and then translate them on my own. Will that happen? Probably not. I don't know. But I just picked them up for my collector's sake. And if more come out, I will deal with the tariffs charge and buy them. And I'm super excited for these. These are the first 2 volumes of the JoJo magazine. This is winter 2022. So I didn't even know that these magazines were a thing. That's how long I've been out of the JoJo loop, because unfortunately or fortunately with JoJo's, I get super sucked into it. I get super hardcore obsessed with it if I even let it into my a little bit into my life. And that's what happened here. Is I honestly don't know how I got back into JoJo's. I think I saw that Rohan had come back for the JoJo Land, so I'm like, oh, fuck it, I'll just read it. It won't get me, and then it got me, and then life hit the fan. And this is spring 2022 of the JoJo magazine. I think this is the first one. This is for the 35th anniversary, which is odd to believe that JoJo's is 37 years old. 38 years old now. That's ridiculous. It's been around so long and it's so good. But I'm really glad to have these magazines in my collection because they're great collector's pieces. Can't read them, they're all in Japanese, but I know one of them has a Thus Spoke Rohan Kishibe manga chapter in it. And then I picked up this clear file for the JoJo Lands. I think it was one of the extras with the magazine. And deadass, I only picked it up because it has Rohan and Jodio on it, and I love it. I think that, I think Jodio might be my 3rd favorite character in all of JoJo's. Actually, might be my 2nd. I don't really know. I know Rohan's number 1. That ain't gonna change anytime soon. These are some extras from the magazine. I picked these magazines used off of Macari, and I'm glad that I did because they had the extras for both, which is really exciting. And then here's just some random postcards I ended up buying, which I probably should have waited on buying some of these because these came as extras in the JoJo magazines, but I brought the postcards first. So we have this 35th postcard of Rohan, this Jodio postcard from the JoJo Lands, which is fantastic. And then I'm really pissed about these because I didn't realize that these were actually a set of 6. So I ended up with a set of 4, and I'm so pissed because I'm a completionist and I'm having the hardest time finding the last 2 for a good price. And I'm tempted, so tempted, which is a really dumb thing to be tempted to do, just to pre-buy this entire thing as a full set. But this is from the JoJo World 3, and they're postcards for each part. I'm missing part 3 and part 6. And I'm really pissed because these are the JoJo's with the Jo Bros. And I'm so pissed that my dumbass did not realize that it was a 6-part set. And it's just on me for not doing my research. I just saw them, saw that one of them was Rohan Kishibe and had to have it. It's really stupid. And finally, we have some more JoJo Land postcards. And that is Jodio with Dragona. So, alrighty, that was box 1. We are doing 2 unboxings in this video because I didn't have time to do it in my last video. And unfortunately, this video is going to go over really long too. But that first box I just showed you, I was really worried about that first box because I was afraid it wasn't going to show up because it got stuck on the airplane for like a week. But it got here, and that's all that matters. So this is another proxy haul. Like I said, I've been the first one I shipped out pretty early because I got a discount on the shipping. The second one I shipped out because I got really worried about tariffs. So I got everything in and then I shipped it. And now I have even more figures that need to be shipped out. But we'll deal with that when it gets time. So this is really JoJo centric because JoJo's is my main obsession right now. So we have this Rohan Kishibe Super Action Statue Part 3. I saw somewhere that people weren't happy that Rohan has so many of those. I'm not happy because it hurts my pocket, but I'm so glad because, like, Rohan's great as a character. I love Rohan as a character. And then we have the original Rohan Kishibe memo holder. And this one was a pain in the ass to get because I got this for a really good price on the aftermarket because, like, they're hard to come by, unfortunately. And I think I spent like 185,000 yen, which is more than double what it was. But yeah, I got into a bidding war on eBay over that. I was really scared I was going, not on eBay, but of Yahoo Auctions Japan. I was really scared I was going to lose, but I ended up winning and I got it. I spent a lot of money on it, but I have it. That's the most important thing. So now my Rohan figure collection, my surprise figures, is basically completed. I don't know if I'll buy the prize figures. I do need to kind of put a stop somewhere. So, and then we have, I want to say this is the Satoru Gojo Mappa birthday acrylic stand. I love those. Those are some of my favorite collectible items. Here's a 5-piece set of travel stickers for Thus Spoke Rohan Kishibe. I love these. I love stickers. They're some of my favorite collectibles. Stickers are so easy to collect because they're so easy to store. You just put them in a binder and you move on with life. So they're great. Love them. And then I have this Rohan Kishibe Polaroid acrylic stand with his stand Heaven's Door, which is really cool, I guess. Oh, I should have taken this out of the pack, but I didn't. I ended up buying this like really cute JoJo Land sticker. I think it's from the JoJo Caravan. But yeah, I picked this up because I love the JoJo Lands and there's not much merch out for it now. So I said, fuck it, let's just get the tiny ass sticker. And we did. And then the rest of this haul is just going to be manga. I picked up volumes 1 and 2 of Thus Spoke Rohan Kishibe, which is the spin-off manga that features Rohan Kishibe. And these are drawn by Araki. And so I ended up getting the Japanese versions because I looked throughout my entire collection and I could have missed them somewhere, to be completely honest, because I have manga all over my apartment. But I couldn't find the Japanese versions. I do have the English versions, but I love Rohan, I love JoJo's, I love Araki Sensei. So I picked up the Japanese versions because the 3rd manga is coming out sometime this year, and I will have it. I needed to have the entire collection. So it's going to be really embarrassing if I end up finding the Japanese version of these somewhere in my apartment. But I went ahead and picked them up. just in case. And then I'm not going to hold up all of these because I don't want to. But it is the full set of the JoJolion manga, which is part A of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I've read it. I've read JoJolion. I don't really remember it. I need to do a reread. But I really wanted to wait until the Bunka pocket editions came out for these because I have parts 1 through 7 in that Bunka pocket edition when they're a little bit smaller and they come in like its own case. Can't remember the name. But I have parts 1 through 7 in those, and I'll show you whenever I do my manga collection. And I really wanted to wait till JoJolion came out in those, but then I got panicked about the tariffs. And I just wanted to go ahead and just get as much stuff as I could in before the tariffs like hardcore hit. So I went crazy and I just picked them up. They're the normal editions, which is fine. Glad to have them. I don't really remember much about JoJolion. So we'll see how that goes. We are revisiting Morio in the alternate timeline, which is really exciting because I love Morio. But that's it for that order. Honestly, those 2 proxy hauls weren't that big, but there wasn't really a lot of stuff to be sent out. They were panic hauls where they have figures and stuff in them, and I wanted to get them in before tariffs hit. But I think we still have one more box of stuff that I need to unbox. Just because there was a period where I would order stuff from Ami Ami and I just didn't feel like unboxing it, so I've been doing it at the end of these videos. But that's everything I had for today. This video is still kind of long, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did and y'all stuck around till the end, you're the GOAT and I fucking adore you. That's kind of weird. But if you want to, you could leave a like, you could comment, you could subscribe. Or you don't have to do any of that because it's your life, and honestly, boo, you just do what you want to do. I hope you guys have a wonderful time, and I'll definitely see you in the next part. Bye!